How can you guarantee that you level up in the coming year? I know a lot of us are ready for a restart, a refresh. We're ready to throw off the old, begin the new, and to take it higher, to gain altitude, to fly even higher in our performance and what we bring to our roles in many different senses. So I want to give you three simple pieces of advice. They take intentionality, they take gritty resolve, but if you do them, you are guaranteed to see the next level of your potential and impact be brought to all different aspects of your world and your life. So the first one, know your who. There are a lot of people who talk about know your why. Know your why. What's your purpose behind what you do? Well, we've come to a place where there is so much fatigue. There is so much noise and confusion and exhaustion and scrambling with all of the rapid succession of changes that there can be days where you will ask yourself, am I even doing a good job at this? Knowing your why is important, but I believe what's even more important when it comes to some very difficult times is to know your who. Who are you working so hard for? Who are you doing what you do to make a difference for? At the end of the day, when it just sometimes feels so thankless or is this worth it? You have those kind of days. You need to know your who. Who do I do this for? Who do I bust my backside for? Who do I toil and struggle and bear out the stress for? And so know your who. They are your kids. They are your colleagues. They are your customers. They are your boss. They might be even people that aren't here. Like for me, I know my who, and they're my leaders. They inspire me to continue to grow and to press into bringing more and more strategic counsel and to keep developing and evolving myself so that I can bring that to them. It's my kids. It's my mom who isn't with me anymore, but is always with me. Know your who, because when all the rest of it becomes no longer really fun, or it's hard to tell whether you're even making an impact. If you know your who are the people I exist to serve? Who am I doing this for? It will get you out of bed and it will remind you, yes, I am. I am doing good work and I am making an impact. And these days, that matters more than it ever has. Know your who, and you will be driven for it and by it in a healthy way. And it will emotionally fill your tank as well, which many of us need. Second, ask better questions. This is a skill that many people ignore. They operate in reflex mode. I'm doing what I know to do, what I've always done, or reactionary mode. I respond to demands and lists and expectations, but I'm not really paying attention to what's happening in front of me. I'm not asking strategic questions. I'm saying, when do you need it? And how much do you need of it? But am I really paying attention to what's the question behind the question? Why are they asking for this? What is the strategic need? How can I zoom out and zoom in and bring them even more value by paying attention to asking better questions? This is a skill. Many people overlook this. Get absolutely determined to increase your skill in being a precision asker. Start paying attention. The best listeners are the best question askers. So it's going to require that you get better at your listening, but also pay attention to the people around you who ask great questions. The great questions expand things, they enrich things, they enlighten things, elevate. They don't just move the status quo forward by getting things done. They raise the level of the work. They innovate. They enhance understanding. They break through the status quo a lot of times through their questions. And don't forget, intelligence is often observed through great questions, not just good answers. And then lastly, shift from living a productive life to living a purposeful life. Your most precious asset, your time, is up to your choosing. And if you don't choose based on purpose, What do I care about? What do I want to contribute? What are my unique skills and my unique impact that I want to have? You are not going to make the right choices with your time, and therefore your life is just a culmination and the sum of those choices and how you decide to spend you. And so shift from productive living to purposeful living, which means you live by your values, you live by your greatest goals, you live by higher commitments, not just the fact that you have a to-do list and you feel successful at the end of the day because you check them all off. That shouldn't necessarily feel like success. Is it purposeful? And that's going to take time to think about, what is my purpose? What is the impact I want to have? And does how I distribute my time line up with that? And if it doesn't, make changes. Don't just be reacting to what's pressed upon you or asked upon you. Be choiceful. All we really have is our limited resources, and we must make sure that we are mindfully engaging, not just going through the motions and feeling really successful at the end of a productive day. Unless it is purposeful, mindful productivity, honestly, at the end of the day, it could just be a wash of time gone with not much meaning left behind for it. So those are my 3 pieces of advice. Ask better questions, know your who, and shift from productive living to purposeful living. You will take yourself and the others around you who are impacted by you to the next level this year, guaranteed if you do. Happy New Year.